Look at you, Guyana. Who can stop us? I am unbothered. Nothing can stop us. Happy New Year, Guyana. We are embarking on a new era, a new decade of development. I am a seafarer man, you know. You didn't know that. I don't think in terms of days or weeks or months or years. I think in terms of a whole decade. Because we've been here for a long time. What we've done over the last 5 years, we'll do for the next 5 and the next 5. You know, Guyana, I go to a lot of schools, and when I go to a school, I see national grade 6 children. I always ask them what you want to do in the next 10 years, after you've done your CXC and your CAPE. Because this country belongs to them. You heard Ms. Fernandez, this country belongs to the young people. I am thinking 10 years ahead. I have a vision for a good life for all Guyanese. Happy households, happy families, a happy country. God gave us the most beautiful country in the Caribbean, the most bountiful country in the Caribbean, the most beautiful people. And if that wasn't enough, He gave us the most oil. We cannot fail. If we keep these gifts in our hands, in the hands of the people, don't let the gifts fall into the hands of the fakes and the frauds. You know, you're dealing with honest people here. Nobody in my cabinet ever went to the University of Iflot. Some people really brass face, you know. Nobody ever went to the University of Cumberland. You know, they got a place named Cumberland in East Country. No, we have genuine people in APNU+AFC. Genuine people. The frauds and the tricksters are the other side. They deliberately waited till we have the launch on Friday the 3rd so they could find out what to say on Sunday the 5th. I know them good. They want to copy everything we're doing. That is why they are fakes. They are not the real stuff. My brothers and sisters, my people, we are building back the economy. We have a plan. We are protecting the environment. We have a plan. We are ensuring that every child goes to school and is educated. We have a plan. We are opening enterprise for young people. We have a plan. You know, when we speak of young people, we once had a youth corps which was established in January 1968. It was changed into the National Service. When the other people come in, they scrap the National Service. Well, they broke up the National Service. I rebuilt the Guyana Youth Corps so that young people get a break in life. We spent 5 years fixing stuff that they broke up. That is why we need 5 more years to develop this country. My friends, when I think of Guyana, this blessed country, I sat down there on the 20th of December, and I said, I will declare the 20th of December National Petroleum Day. Teach your children, 20th December National Petroleum Day. Guyanese will never be poor again. That oil wealth belongs to you. And this government will make sure that you benefit from that oil wealth. There are a lot of greedy people. Don't worry with them. I am unbothered. We are going to make sure that that oil wealth goes to the people who need it most. The people like you, people from region 1 to 10, ordinary people. You know, there's a saying, God like ordinary people, that's why he makes so many of them. Well, APNU and AFC like ordinary people. That's why we've come into government to give you the benefit of this bountiful harvest, the petroleum, the mineral resources of this country and this environment. Government decides who gets what and when. And we have decided that you will get the benefits of oil. And you'll get it over the next 10 years during this decade of development. We are your best guarantee to ensure that oil money is well spent. We went through the thieving people. Never again. We went through the people who refused to hold local government elections. Never again. We went through the people with the death squads and the phantom squads. Never again. Your country is in good hands with APNU+AFC. Trust me. Trust the coalition. My friends, when I promise you free education at university level, I didn't mean free university certificates and diplomas, you know. Some people like the got Xerox machine. And whenever they want a certificate, they just roll off another copy. You can fake all the certificates you want, but you can't fake experience. And that is what I bring to Guyana. That's what the APNU+AFC cabinet brings to Guyana. We have a plan for the next decade. 5 years ago, you put your faith in us. We did not let you down. We ask you for 5 more years to complete what we started. They tried to cut us down, but they cannot stop us. We have made a pledge that every child must go in school. And we've given them buses, we've given them boats, we give them bicycles to make sure they go to school. We make sure that every young person leaving school can get a job. They broke up the national service, but we built a youth corps. We built a hinterland youth service so that all young people could get a second chance to get a job and be self-employed. We inherited an electricity company. We're trying to make things work. We are going to convert to solar. We're going to convert to gas. Give us an opportunity to do that and make sure that every house is electrified in this country. We've inherited a messed up environment. The rivers were dirty. We're now trying to clean up the dirt that we found when we got into government. We're going to protect the environment. We're going to protect the rivers so that our Amerindian brothers and sisters in the hinterland don't have to face the dirty water. We're going to protect the earth. We're going to protect the water. We're going to protect the coastal zone which they neglected. We are going to reform the Constitution so that that nonsense that they tried for us for the last 12 months doesn't happen again. We are a constitutional government. And everything we have done for the last 12 months was in accord with the law and in accordance with the Constitution. But we will continue the work of reforming the Constitution. We will build unity through social cohesion. There are some people trying to divide this country. I told them since 2011, the traffic lights have changed from red to green. Now it's gold and green. Don't stop at the red lights no more. We are one people. Don't allow those people to divide us. All of us are one. And we will ensure that this country is developed for the benefit of all Guyanese. We will protect our vulnerable. We won't abandon old folk. You heard Brother Camera Dramdatan say that when we went into the 10th Parliament, old people were getting $7,500 a month. Now they're getting $20,000. I get thank you letters. People say, thank you, Mr. President. Disadvantaged people, I've made a pledge that through this decade of development, every Guyanese must have a roof over his head, and we will continue working to house this nation. We will get our citizens off the streets. We'll get our children into schools so that there is zero dropouts. We will continue to protect our indigenous people in the far-flung areas. That is why we want to improve infrastructure. We want to improve the roads, improve education, improve public services. That is why, my brothers and sisters, for the first time in Guyanese history, a president came along and created 4 tongues in 4 years. Mabaroom is now a tongue, Bartik is a tongue, Letem is a tongue, Mahdi is a tongue. How can you have a region that is bigger than Costa Rica, the Rupununi region, run by a village, run by an NDC? How can you have a region which is bigger than the Netherlands, Koyuni Mazruni, run by a village named Bartika? I want you all to go to these tongues, Bartika, Mabaruma, Mahdia, and Letem, and see the change that has taken place because of our vision. All 10 regions must be run by tongues, and those tongues will be the hubs for development. Better schools, better communication, better infrastructure. That is what we are doing. We're not just creating a better coastline. We're creating a better nation for all Guyanese. We protect our indigenous people, and we will extend our infrastructure so that anybody from Crabwood Creek can drive all the way to Sand Creek. Anybody from the Aruka could drive all the way to Achiwib. Give us the chance to make this country develop to benefit all of you. And you'll see the transformation. What you saw over the last 5 years, you ain't seen nothing yet. My friends, you have good reasons to vote for APNU+AFC. You have 60 days. I know you all make up your mind already. You have 60 days to convince your boyfriends. You have 60 days to convince your boyfriend, girlfriend. Let us make every day count. To start with, this is the first time in Guyana's history that we have had a 6-party coalition. They try to divide us, they try to split us up, but they cannot prevail because we are all committed to the common good, not to ourselves. We have put an end to winner-takes-all politics. The other people tell you, if you want to support us, come and join. We tell you, if you want to support us, come in the Big Benab and let us all work for the common good. There's room for everybody in the Big Bend. No more winner takes all. All of us will share in the governance of this country. We are a multicultural country, a multi-religious country, a multi-ethnic country. And that is what the coalition will preserve. We'll make sure that Guyana is developed for all of us. We are committed, and we have achieved an unenviable record. There's been sustainable economic growth since we got into government in 2015. There's been sustainable educational improvement. There's been sustainable salary increases. You heard the figures. People have had 7 to 7% increase. Whenever you heard, that happened over a 4-year period. We've had sustainable infrastructure development. They got some villages in East Bank, Barbies, Edinburgh, Glasgow, sisters and friends and brothers. Some of you never been there, no? Well, one day, the former president was driving along there, and the people at Glasgow, Edinburgh, sister and friends tell him, don't pass back until you fix the road. Well, he never passed back, but I can pass day and night now because the road fixed. It not only fixed, it got light now. They got a man at plug tanker. After they get running water with the pipe, the man say, this is the happiest day of my life. I could bathe. I don't know what he's been doing for the last 23 years, but he could bathe now. Because this government has given running water to plug tanker on his bank babies. For 20 years. The ministers of local government, as they call themselves, went around this country removing the elected neighborhood democratic councils, installing IMCs. I will never install an IMC to remove an elected neighborhood democratic council. I will hold elections, and I've done so twice in 4 years. And I will continue to do so as long as you continue to have me as president. My friends, you made a happy decision in May 2015, and I ask you to repeat that decision on the 2nd of March 2020. Elections are for you and your children and your grandchildren. You have 60 days. I know that you make up your mind already, but I ask for your help over the next 60 days to make sure that all those in doubt are convinced that we are the best team to lead Guyana into the future. The best team to use this decade of development to develop the whole country. We have 10 years to do that. And I ask your support at the end of that 10-year period. Look at your children, look at your schools, look at your communities. And you see, yes, I made the right decision in supporting APNU+AFC. When you look back, you could hardly believe that 10 years ago, they had something called Phantom Squad in this country. It's gone now, gone forever. Look at the public service increases in the salary. Look at the Guyana Youth Corps. Look at the buses and boats and bicycles on the roads, taking children to school. Some parents save $20,000 a month because of free buses. My friends, I'm happy tonight because you have come together. You've seen African people, indigenous people, Amerindian people, mixed people, Portuguese people. And we're all one. We're happy together. That is what the coalition is. We're happy together. We're better together than being apart. We are going to protect your lives and livelihood. We are going to ensure that your children can grow up in a country in which they'll be educated and which they'll find full employment. We have gone all around this country with outreach programs. I don't think you ever saw before in the history of this country so many ministers meeting so many villages all over the coastline and the hinterland. We find out what the people need and what they want, and we solve their problems. We satisfy their needs. In short, APNU+AFC deserves a second term. We are better together. The Alliance for Change, the Guyana Action Party, the Justice for All Party, the National Front Alliance, the People's National Congress Reform, and the Working People's Alliance. We're together, and together we are going to continue to transform this country. We work for the common good. We don't work to enrich ourselves. We don't work for one section of the population. We work for all villages. We don't celebrate the villages into green villages and red villages, as happened in the previous administration. We serve all communities, regardless of their geographical location and the composition of the population. We have good reason to be together. We have a good record of service, which you recognize by being here tonight. And you can see the results all over this country. We will continue to work to build up this country for you and your children. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Let's come out on the 2nd of March and show the people at the University of Iflot, show the people that we are real people, we're not fake people. Show the people at the University of Cumberland, we are real Guyanese. We're going to take control of this country, develop it for our children. Can we do it? God bless you. God bless you.
Voting PPP, impossible to do. We don't want PPP no more. Remember what PPP do. Jack Taylor keep lying true and true. Earth and hiding it. Stop trying to fool we. PPP, yes, we fed up of